All right, Pride Nation, we are here with a very special guest, a new Guilford County Sports Hall of Famer, Karen Buxton. Karen is the triathlon coach here. She's also the senior women's administrator and associate athletic director. Karen, first of all, thank you for joining me and congratulations.
Thanks. It's exciting.
Absolutely. So let's talk about just your initial reaction. Yesterday was the announcement. You were also inducted with Lim Cox as well, who had a big impact on Greensboro and Greensboro College as well. So, what's your initial reaction to being inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Well, it was a great day for Greensboro College, one, to have Lim there, and for me to be inducted, and, excited, humbled, to look at all the people that have been the past classes, and I know plenty of them, and to be included in that group, I feel really honored.
Awesome. So, your resume, I was looking over yesterday. It is extensive, and that's why you're in the Hall of Fame. I want people to know a little bit about your resume. You were, you've been part of the national team, Team USA in triathlon and duathlon. You've done, countless triathlon, duathlon meets. But you've also coached. You've been a coach at Greensboro Day School. And that's something that I didn't know, before I read your resume yesterday. Talk a little bit about just, over the course of your athletic career, whether that's being an athlete or being a coach, you helped develop a team at Greensboro Day as well. So just kind of talk about, your resume a little bit and just, go into kind of, how you got into triathlon a little bit and how you got to the national team as well.
So you're dating me here. I've been involved for a long time, but I feel really fortunate that I've been able to turn my passion, which is sports. So I was a high school athlete, college athlete, and turn that into a career. So I'm really, every day I go to work, it's not work. It's something I love to do. I got involved in triathlon after the birth of my second child, Elizabeth. She was about 9 months old, and I thought that's a great way to get back in shape. And from then on, I became more and more competitive. I got involved in the coaching aspect of it. I was a member of the board of USA Triathlon, so I got involved in the kind of the politics of the sport. I started my own coaching business, and all of that allowed me to be with my family and watch my kids. They were both athletes at Greensboro Day School. I got involved in coaching at Greensboro Day School, coached a little basketball, coached field hockey, started their program there. That was a wonderful time for us. Got to watch my daughter play field hockey. So it kind of morphed, and I've always been very competitive. So to blend that competitiveness with a career and be able to travel around and take my kids to great places for races. We've traveled all through Europe. You mentioned the world teams. It's age groups, so you compete in the nationals in the U.S. and you qualify for either duathlon, which is run, bike, run, or triathlon. So I've made several of those teams, and it's taken me to some wonderful places.
Absolutely.
And just great family support too. And it's a lifetime sport, which I love. I still continue to compete, and working with the kids at the college level to get them involved in the sport, and several of them want to continue on when they graduate. So that's really rewarding for me, for them to love the sport and go off and continue to do it.
Awesome. Talk a little bit about, this is an added question I just added off the top of my head. You came in, it was about 2021 to Greensboro College to start the triathlon program. Can you talk a little bit about how that happened, and kind of the impact that Kim Strabel, former athletic director here, had on you coming here and starting triathlon at Greensboro College?
Well, with triathlon being an emerging NCAA sport, I've been involved a little bit. I've written grants for other schools to help start the program. I saw that Greensboro College was going to start a program, and Kim and our paths kind of crossed the past 20 or so years, and he knew I was involved in coaching and competing, and he reached out to me my husband had just retired. We were getting ready to do some traveling and do some things, and it just it was a great fit when I came to campus and talked to Kim and moved about and talked to other people on campus. I love the sense of community and, to build a program from the ground up as I did it at Greensboro Day School with the field hockey program. That was intriguing to me. And Kim and I kind of hit it off, and I took the position. We're going into our 4th year, and it's been exciting. It's been a small group, just trying to break through and build that program. We had our first male athlete. That I was hired to develop the women's program, but the men's program kind of morphed organically, and so we're hoping now to build both programs. So once again, to be able to blend my passion for competing into a position, into a job, it's wonderful. I'm very, very lucky.
Absolutely. So talk to me just about, of all the accomplishments you've had throughout your career, as an athlete or as a coach, tell me, maybe one or two, kind of reflect on one or two of the accomplishments that maybe you're most proud of, or that kind of come to your mind right away.
I think one of the first ones, I used to do Ironman distance racing, and to qualify for the World Championships, Kona is kind of the ultimate, really, really difficult. And I tried for 10 years, and I would just miss it. And then I finally qualified and went to Kona, and my family came, and the kids crossed the finish line with me. And that was that was really wonderful for me to have them there and to finally do it. And then 10 years later, I qualified again. So that was, it was kind of a double excitement. I did the New York Marathon with my daughter. It was her first marathon, and I trained her up for it, and that was really exciting. I told her she had to stay with me till mile 20, and then if she felt good, she could take off. And of course, she took off and finished before me, but was at the finish line waiting for me, and that was really exciting too.
Well, thank you, Karen, so much for joining us today, for being inducted into the Guilford County Sports Hall of Fame, and that induction will be in September. At the First Horizon Coliseum right here over in Greensboro. So, Karen, thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you, Stephen. Go Pride.